What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a pop art comic nail set with a twist. So sit back and let's get right into it. So the inspo for this set, for the background, we're going to be using this background from this picture. How many of you saw Batman Beyond? Well, all of the characters I'll be drawing is from there, or like most of the inspo is from there. So for the base, I'm going to make use of this black and red polish, but before I do that, I always apply base coat to my nails to help with the application of my polish. Now, if you missed my first tutorial on how to do vertical ombre, then you can definitely watch this because that's what I do. And if you're wondering if you can blend two dark colors together, then you should definitely keep watching this tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Alright, so I'm going in with a half and half. I'm going in with the red first and then I'll do the black first. Now I'm going to start blending using the red polish. You want to blend the lighter color over the darker color, because if you blend the dark color like what I'm doing, it seems to overpower the entire light color, right? And you don't exactly get a nice fade. So you want to use the brighter color, which is the red, to sort of do the blending. And then make sure to wipe your brush on a tissue pad, just so that you don't get like the other color of polish into. In my case, I'm using black and red, so I always wipe my brush before I put it back into the bottle so that I don't like contaminate or mix colors. I'm sorry if I sound really husky. I literally just woke up and I've been meaning to do the voiceover for this tutorial since like yesterday, so you know how it goes. Sometimes the mornings are the best times to do a voiceover. But anyways, I'm going in with the black half and half on all of the nails, and then I'm going to go with the black on the with the red on the other side, and then we're going to like start blending almost even immediately. And like I said, it's best to use the lighter color to blend the darker color, because the darker color would sort of overpower the entire like blend, and you won't just get a nice and smooth blend. So after going in with the red polish, I go in with the black polish next to just top up on the sides, and then just make sure that the colors are blended and balanced in the middle. It's not looking too reddish, it's not looking too blackish. Next, I go in with acrylic powder. Now believe me when I tell you guys, if you're having problems actually blending your polish together, or like even learning how to do this vertical ombre, if you have problems with achieving the perfect blend, you should definitely try this method. Apply some acrylic powder after the first blend and then go in again with the second blend, and you'd see just how easy and seamless it is to like blend the two colors together, regardless of whether they are on the same color spectrum or not. So after the first acrylic powder, after putting the acrylic powder, I cured in the lamp, brushed my nails clean, and then I'm coming in with my second coat. And you can even see just how dark the second coat is, or just how do I say, almost more pigmented the second coat looks, and that's just because of the acrylic powder. And then the rough surface does help to make the blending of the polish much easier. You'd see just how easy I blend this too. together. And so yeah, if one color is overlapping the other, just apply more polish, and look at that, very easy. And another thing I really like is that it shows like a, you know how like it shows the lines or the grids of how when the colors just change, of how it moves from black to like, you know, the middle ground, the blended part between them, and then it fades back into red. It's a really cool effect. So I'm going to just do this on all the nails as well. I like to apply, if I'm working with the black first, I like to just apply on all the nails and then start to use the red on the other side. So it's actually much faster for me this way. So this is going to be the background for our design. Like I said earlier, I'm following from the comics Batman Beyond, which I used to watch very much as a child and I'm currently watching again. So yeah, so this is going to be our base, and then we're going to do some pop art that we would make look like a comic cover. Yes, that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to be drawing out one of the very cutest supervillains from Batman Beyond on the nails. So after this second blend, after this second blend, I'm going to cure in the lamp fully, and then we would start to sort of like outline the or more like frame the entire nail. That's what we're going to do. So before you put in the lamp, don't forget to just touch up on the sides of the nail, because some of the polish on the sides, the black, would have lost like its actual color. So so don't forget to, you know, just touch up on the sides before curing in the lamp. Now this is me, I'm back from the lamp now, and what I'm just doing is outlining the entire nail. I'm literally just framing it, and once you start doing the outline, my god, the design starts to take a different it just moves to a very different level. It's so cute. So what we're going to do is really simple. On the side that has the red, we're going to do the black outlines, and then on the side that has the black, we're going to do the red outlines, and it just makes it look more like, it literally just takes the design to another level, just like I said before. And you can start to just see how comical and pop arty the design is. So now we're just going to start to do the red on the other side, and to be fair, I had to like go off camera to go over all of the lines, even the black ones, because it wasn't showing as well as I would have liked. Like the polish wasn't as pigmented as I would have liked, so I had to like go over the lines, and then you'd see after, when I come back, that the polish is much more how do I say, like it's much more darker. The outlines are much more darker compared to, you know, what I'm actually outlining now. So again, after the outlines, don't forget to cure in the lamp in between layers, and this set is actually beginning to look really good. All right, so next I'm just going in with some mixed out polish, like an ash sort of color, and then I'm just going to like do the pop art lines on the nails, or like dots. They are not lines, they are dots. So we're just going to make those dots on this nail, and that's what we're going to leave it at. When I was doing it, I wasn't so sure if I really liked it, but I cured it in the lamp anyway, so you know, I sort of left it like that. After a while, I began to like the dots on the last finger. So on the thumb, what I'm doing is an ace of spades. If you know the character number 10, she belongs to the Royal Flush Gang, and one of the things they used to write was like their card that had the ace of spade on it. So we're going to do that, and then we're also going to do one of these pop exclamations. That's what I'm going to call it. One of these exclamation marks from the pop art to just make it look more but we're trying to find like a balance between the pop art and like a comic cover. So I'm just going to do that. So on the index finger, we're going to do the same thing we did on the pinky, the polka dot lines, but we're just going to do a comment section on it later on. So on the ring finger, I'm going to do something similar to the thumb. We're going to outline, we're going to draw out or write out 10, and then we'll do another exclamation mark on the top there, just on the red. So one of the things you guys would notice is that I'm strategically placing my design. So you'd notice like especially when I was doing the polka dots, on the dark side is where I put the lighter colors more, and then I put the darker colors on the you know, on the brighter side. So we're outlining the exclamation because it does make it look more realistic and more like a comic book. Yeah. All right, so next I'm just going in with the comment section now, and I'm using just plain white, and I'm going to outline it with black polish again to make it look like it's coming out from a comic book. All right, and then I decided to add a little more polka dots on the nail because it was looking a bit too empty. And then this is me just doing the outlines of the comment. Okay, so something else I wanted to say is when you're doing all of these outlines and all of these you know, polka dots and things, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? I mean, it's okay if there's like spaces showing and all of that. It's very okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So on the comments, I'm just going to outline 10 with an exclamation in that comment. And let me tell you guys that I cleaned off this 10 that you see this 10 here that I'm trying to write out. It took me almost 20 minutes like doing it. I did it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually, I mean, I eventually settled with one that I really liked, but you know, it took a lot of it took me a long time. I think when it comes to doing nail art, writing out is what gives me the most challenge, or doing really small things. So eventually I went off camera to write out the 10, and as you guys can see, in my opinion, it looks much better than what I did before. The wordings are closer and it's more visible. Alright, so next I'm just going to outline the 10 again in black, and I'm just doing like literally outlining. Makes it look real good. So to finish this set for our main character, I pulled up a picture obviously, and we're going to draw out 10. Okay, so I'm just outlining her face first, and I had to even increase the brightness of this when I was doing this because I really wanted you guys to see. And you know, I'm working with like a dark color over another dark color. It's kind of hard to see. Even me myself, I was literally like turning my hands in different angles, as you guys can see. So first thing we want to do is outline her face first. Is actually much easier doing that than, you know, just doing the rest of the body. The face is usually the hardest part in my own opinion. So once you've gotten that out of the way, then doing the rest of the body is like really easy peasy. So you know, obviously she's black and white, so we have to like carve out the space for her nose. I didn't leave a space for her eyes though, and her mouth. I was going to do it like over the design or over her already drawn face. The exception in this time around is because it's just too tiny, you know, like the features, her facial features were just too tiny for me to like draw, or for me to like leave a space for. The only space I wanted to leave was for the nose, which I did. So I'm just filling off I've just filled up the first half of her face, and then we're going to do the other half of her body that is in red and that is in black. And just like I said, once you've gotten the face out of the way, the rest of the body is literally easy to do. So we're just filling up that part with black as well, and then I'll cure in the lamp, and then we're going to start doing the white part. So on the white side, I'm just going to follow the previous outline I did before when I was doing her face, and then we're just going to fill the other half very carefully, because remembered we left a space for her nose, and we kind of want to fill that part out as well. And you guys, I have to apologize because I was going off camera so much, or like off the frame of the camera for so long. I just wasn't able to capture me like filling out or like doing out the rest of her body, so I actually do apologize for that. I was really trying, really trying to like stay in frame, but sometimes it's just not very easy. You can see how much I've moved from my table to like away from my table. Alright, next after doing the other half of her face, I filled the rest of her body, and I'm just cleaning up on the sides, and now I'm just going to do her mouth and her eyes. And her mouth and her eyes is like really easy because we're doing it in red polish, but you have to be careful at where you're going to put, or you be careful about the placement. I think that's what I want to say. You should be very careful of the placement so it looks almost exactly like the picture. So yeah, I'm just doing her eyes. I'll do the other eyes as well, and then I had to go over again. I had to go over her eye and her lip with the red polish off camera again. So I did 2 coats of like her eyes and her lips, and that's because, like I said, the polish isn't as pigmented as I would have liked it to be. Alright, so I've outlined 10 on her body, and now we're just doing her facial features, just doing like the finishing touches, outlines here and there before I cure in the lamp fully, and we'll come back and apply matte top coat. So we're done with our design, and I'm just going to top coat the entire nail in matte polish. And there you have it, you guys. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, from the vertical ombre to the little drawing nail art tips. I hope it was really helpful. Here's the final result. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.